effort across it, because it is a community problem. And it's not just, when I think about Devon, I think about all the things. I take Devon primarily to come to work in the morning. A lot trickier to go home, okay? Not gonna lie about that. It takes a lot of time to move down Devon at night, okay? But that's where some of the partnership comes in, right? Some of the things that I would like to see as well on Devon are, I'd like to get a technology assessment. The business owners, I went out to, one of the stores got robbed, right at Kedzie in Devon, 3152 West Devon. I went in and visited that store. Store had a lot of cameras on the inside, and they were helpful in identifying the offenders, okay? But I'd like to try to work through with my teams, with whether it's my tactical teams, my robbery, burglary, and theft team, okay, to get a better assessment of what capabilities this community already has when it comes to surveillance. All right, and not just on the inside of the stores, but on the outside of the stores. Because it is a shared responsibility in terms of monitoring. And then on the outskirts, right, let's just say we go a little bit south and north off of Devon, I'll work through and figure out, you brought up lights, and some of the trees probably need to be trimmed. Some of it needs to look a little bit lighter. When these guys are coming out with things, they are masked up, they are wearing dark clothes, and they are fast moving when they do it. Another concern that I had when I visited the store on Devon, and then I watched some of the other aspects, the smaller stores in this community are wide open. And that's a concern I have. Because a bad guy, somebody who's gonna wanna do something, in all likelihood, probably walk through your store at least once.
What do you mean wide open?
Wide open, like at the cash wrap.
Okay.
So the cash wraps they're very basic. I'm not saying they need to be fortified like you're walking into the CIA, but they can be a little bit more difficult. Some of where, if you're keeping certain things inside, those areas need to be closed off, and in all honesty, a little bit fortified. On the street, I dealt with this in the 19th district, and when I look out into this community, I hate saying it like this because I am a lifelong Chicagoan, and I have daughters, who went to Lane Tech, who went to, and when they moved out, when they started driving, that scared the crap out of me, because they went into Lakeview, they went into Wrigleyville, they went into Roscoe Village. And I didn't put them in a Kia or a Hyundai. I put them in a very old Toyota 4Runner. All right, but as a dad, I worry about them more when they come home than they are when they're at university right now. So I'm with you 100%. I really am, because it's we see the after effects. So like with the business store community, I'm committed to using the resources I have to come in and just do a minor assessment. Here are some things you could change. Bad guys will do stuff because it's fast. It's fast moving and it's easy money. Sometimes when you're doing a bunch of cash, because it is a cash community, you got to get it in and get it out. To make less of a target. When you have your cash wrap, just some basic 2x4s with some plexiglass, in a wraparound that's harder to get into, a bad guy is gonna, okay, I'm gonna try a different store. Or if they're gonna go for it, it's at least a bigger problem to get through. The street crime stuff, it's last year was a lot of carjackings. There's a lot of carjackings all over the city. This year, carjackings are down significantly. Robberies are kind of coming up, all right? So it's a problem that we as a police department want to address aggressively. like I said at the front end when we were talking, it's hard to do robbery cases. It really is. And I'm committed with the teams that I have. Okay, well, on the offender identification side, we'll work things up. On the prevention side, I'll work with, you know, as I look out, I see a lot of people who are concerned. I need a hierarchy somewhere. I'm coming out of 33 years of a certain hierarchy. So whoever the main players, community members are, I'm happy to sit down. We can meet wherever you want. I'm mobile. I want to get to know the district. You know, and you know, I want to get to know the people. So I'll meet wherever you want, whether it be in your beat meetings, whether it be in the restaurants, in your stores, wherever you want to have a chat, I'm happy to do that to the best of my abilities.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
But the one thing that I want to make sure that my people get, we as a department in my district get better at is kind of like this. We know we have concern here. We are doing these types of things, you know, inside a certain area. I want to be able to report backwards that things are getting better, worse, or staying the same, because then I can adjust resources into that area to get to where we want to be. You know what I'm saying? It's not about throwing spaghetti on the wall. I don't want to come in here and talk to this community and say, I'm going to give you a couple of officers. I want to come in and tell you, I'm going to give you officers during these particular times. These are the things that they're going to do. They're going to be available for X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? So that you're aware, and you can also hold me accountable through the business owners, whoever. Come in, hey, Commander Vanna, you said your guys were going to be here. They weren't here. Hey, Commander Vanna, I saw your guy and he was sitting there watching Netflix. I don't need that type of policing. I want to make sure that my officers are doing what we're asking them to do. Because in all honesty, not is it just their job, but that is what you deserve. Now it's a question. He kept raising his hand. I was confused.
Commander, next month is the fasting month.
Okay.
March 10, 11, whatever. We need a more patrol.
Okay.
Because eastbound, westbound, and northbound and southbound, like 4 block, the people came in the alley to Devon. They rob like quite 2-3 minutes. They punch him right away and they rob and they take the register. You know, so
okay.
If I request you, if you more patrol in next month for Ramadan for 1 month, I'm really appreciate for Chicago police.
No, I can commit to that. Like I said, it's not about me not committing. It's about me figuring out what is needed.
Yeah.
I can commit the resources. I can work through initiatives to take care of that resource. I just need to know exactly what it is, because that's my ignorance.
Well, we'll go over.
Okay, all right. So, yes, sir.
In addition to what he has just said, for the next month, the month of Ramadan, I would suggest you that if you don't have enough manpower, you can contact the Cook County Sheriff's Office, because he's been doing it with previous commanders, and especially in the month of Ramadan, Cook County Sheriff has been very proactive in sending the county police
Some teams out this way?
different mosques and different.
Okay.
There were several times that, especially with that, Trump era.
Sure.
When there was a concern of
Okay.
white extremism, he has permanently sent the patrolling cars to all the big mosques, continue, because the Ramadan is like almost all night long. It started after sunset and then it goes all the way up to like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock.
Okay.
You see people out there. So if there's not enough manpower for CPD, you can always request the county sheriff.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that. I'm all, it's about whatever the connections are. I try to be very strategic. I hope that's coming across. Sometimes I think I say too many words. All right. But it's not about, once again, I'll commit to Ramadan. You have that full commitment. Okay. And what that will look like, that's where I'll work with the business leaders to make sure it's responsive because they know the community's pulse a lot better than I do in the half hour I've been here. Although Bashal and I are really good friends now. Right? And your brother-in-law? Saleo? I'm getting there. There's a lot of names to try to learn.
Any question, anybody?
I think we need to call it off, because everybody has to meet, and I'm sure they gotta do their job too.
Okay, sir.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Really quickly, I know a lot of you came after I started the meeting. So if we're here from the Alderman's office, Nina and I, my name is Keith. If anyone has any questions or city services not related to public safety or the policing plan for Devon, we are more than happy to take your questions. And if I don't have time for everybody, there's a lot of people here, please call our office or stop in. We're at 2949 West Devon Avenue. So just putting that out there. Thank you. Yeah, I could talk you one-off. I think Mr. Yakub wanted to start the food. She was sick. Yeah, so at the beginning, again, I did apologize on behalf of the alderman. She did send her wishes for everyone here.
She should be there,
Yeah, she's illness. Yeah.
I spoke to the alderman in the evening. She was supposed to come. She's the instrumental for organizing this event. She's the one who arranged this meeting, and she's the one who talked to the commander, and the commander is here on behalf of the alderman. We are thankful to the alderman, and she said she will be always there with us, and she is going to be there again in the next meeting.
And I just wanted to mention as well, we do have people here from the SSA. So we have Cindy over here. I'm sorry, your name? We have Urshad over here as well in the front in the black. So if you have any questions for the SSA, if you want to connect with them, if you're a business owner on Devon and you're not aware of the SSA, I highly recommend you to connect with Cindy or Urshad here. They're a wonderful team. They're here to help you and to help the success of your business and for the Devon Business Corridor. So please connect with them if you have not already and you're a business owner. Incredible resources for you and for your business to be thriving and to be successful.
Thank you so much.